Okay, so I've been here back in Laos, in Vientiane, Laos, as a Lao American for over 6 months now, going almost like 8-9 months at the time of this video. And I kind of want to give you some of my thoughts on being Lao American here in Laos and how this has really changed my life. Okay, so I'm going to try to drive and talk at the same time. So how did I end up here in Laos? Well, the last time I came to Laos was in 2011. At the time of this video, it is 2026. And so originally I came back because to visit family. And I was born here in Laos. And then in 2024, on a 6-month international travel, I decided to come back to Laos to visit my family and also just to visit Laos. And well, that really changed a lot of things. And that's really what started this whole journey of me being a Lao American back in Laos and just discovering my country, my culture, my family, and myself all over again. And that's where the big change came. So when I came back originally in 2011, it was a culture shock. Because at that time, I haven't been back to Laos since we left when I was a kid, and you know, my sister was a baby, and so it's been a very, very long time since we've been back to Laos. And even though, you know, I could speak my language, I wouldn't say the best, maybe okay to good, and I understood Laos culture in terms of just the very basics and surface level, because we still had Laos community in America. When I came back here to Laos, it was a culture shock because at that time things weren't the way that they are now, and I'll explain that a little bit later. Plus, the Laos language, it is different than the Laos language that I knew, because we knew of the older Laos language when we left, and at the same time you're not talking Laos on a regular basis with nothing but Laos people. So that was a big shock to me whenever we came back. And then I would say the biggest shock was actually my family. The family in Laos that I never knew, of course, because we left when we were kids. And at the same time, how different I felt that we were versus the family that I knew in America, because we have so many family here in Laos, especially on my mom's side, and that was a huge shock to me. And whenever we came back, we didn't really spend that much time here. I think like 3 weeks, and so it wasn't enough time to actually get to know my family or know anything more than just like really basic stuff. And at the same time, as I said earlier, my Laos language wasn't that great at all at that time. So fast forward to 2024 is when I came back to Laos as part of an international trip that I was taking. I wanted to come back to my country to visit my family. And this time things were way different versus what it was in 2011. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, things have changed a lot. Mainly the way the country, and specifically here in the capital city, Vientiane, Laos, has developed. Because whenever I came back in 2011, it was definitely a huge difference versus coming from America, where you have really simple but important things like reliable electricity, water, internet, roads, things that you actually take for granted. And when you don't have those things regularly, or at least reliably, it makes a huge difference when you're coming from a country like the United States and then to a country like Laos at that time. But in 2024, I was blown away by how much Vientiane, Laos had developed. And the country as a whole is, I would say, a lot more livable for somebody like myself, where you're used to these conveniences and now you actually have them here. You have them here specifically in Vientiane, Laos, where there's really nothing that I would say is lacking in this country versus living in the United States. So that was a monumental change whenever I came back in 2024. So from this first experience back, I realized that these simple things like electricity and water are very complex, and the whole infrastructure, the development of the country, a lot of things have to be in place in order for that to happen. And because I experienced the difference 2011 over 2024, I learned to appreciate more of what we actually have in the United States and how important that is for many other countries like Laos. And that was really eye-opening for me. And so whenever I go back to the US, I really appreciate more of what we have here. And of course, having it here in Vientiane, Laos is simply incredible, not only for somebody like myself who is visiting, but for the people here and how their life has actually improved because of all these things. So when it comes to being a Lao American here in the motherland of Laos, you're really going to be in for a surprise if you feel like you are Lao American and you could just come here to Laos and just like integrate with the culture. Because even though you ethnically are Laos, the culture here is different from the country that you're from, and for me, it's the United States. Even though I am Lao American, I can speak some of my language, I understand a lot of what the Lao culture offers. Being here in the country of Laos really changes things, because here there is a difference of Lao people versus Lao American, and that is something that I learned really quickly. And even though I can eat the food, I understand a lot of what's going on, there's many other things that I have absolutely no idea. Things such as like when people talk here and they talk like jokingly, it's hard for you to realize what they're actually talking about or whether it's serious or not. Conversations are just different. I really don't know how to explain it. And also things that you might not think about, like being respectful to your elderly and stuff. That's something that we kind of learn in Laos American culture, but it's even more so here, and you are pretty much always having to think about what you're doing and how it affects your family and others, even more so in this country because, well, everybody kind of knows everybody. And if there's things that you do that are quote unquote wrong or it affects the family in a negative way, it's something that is not easy for you to get away from, and that does affect other people other than yourself. And then in terms of like the combination of old and new, this is something that I didn't really know. I kind of thought Laos at the time, it was still like a third world country whenever I first came here in 2011. But being back here in 2024 and beyond, specifically here in Vientiane, there's a lot of modern amenities. And as I stated a little bit earlier, there's really at least nothing for me that's lacking here in Vientiane, Laos that I would already get in America. About the only differences that I've seen, and I've seen this in other parts of Southeast Asia, are things that we've grown accustomed to in the US. You know, things like having clean bathrooms or having bathrooms without toilets. You know, it's really a different thing, and I still haven't gotten 100% used to it. And also getting used to like things not working, you know, like maybe the water, the piping doesn't work correctly, your electricity will go out every now and then. In some places, entire neighborhoods will lose electricity. It's things like that that seem very simple if you're from a country like the US that has a really good infrastructure, and then coming to countries like this where it's there, but it's not quite 100%. And then let's go ahead and talk about the entire experience of being a tourist versus actually living here as a local. This is what I am trying to adjust and get used to, because whenever you're in a country and you're just a tourist, you get the highlights of the country, the people, and the culture. But actually living here day to day, as with any country or area, it's really different, and it's not going to be as exciting and fun as it is when you're a tourist. Things such as like, how do I find work here if you wanted to stay here? How do I get a license? How do I learn how to drive? What do I do when it comes to immigration status and things like that? These are things that I really don't have to think about whenever you're just coming and traveling here as a tourist. But whenever you're thinking about living here, you have to think about all those things. And obviously, things that we all have to do. You have to look for food, shelter, things like that. I'm still learning to adjust to that. I'm not used to all of these things yet, but I have slowly but surely started to learn how it is to actually be here as a local. And this is definitely an ongoing adjustment. And then whenever you have to think about things like taxes and so forth, if you're going to be here for the long term, including long-term visa stays, that's another level that I still haven't quite gotten there. And at least for housing, this is something that I'm not entirely sure of yet, because I'm currently staying with family, and obviously I could actually rent out a place to stay, mostly in Airbnb, but actually looking for things like apartments or maybe renting a house. That's something that I have not done yet. And that leads me to the thing that I think most people think about whenever they come into countries like Laos or Southeast Asia, and that is money. So when it comes to money, it goes without saying, if you are from a country like the United States, your money goes really, really far. And people who live here locally, they don't make a lot of money whenever you compare it to the United States. Most people here are probably making around $200 to $300 monthly. And then if you're making $500 or more, and especially if you're making $1,000 or more, then you're making quite a good amount of money here in Laos. And so for most people, if you're coming from the United States and you're making 40, 50, 60,000, or even like $30,000 a year, you're pretty much going to be in the mid, and then obviously to the upper classes, if you're comparing US money and then converting that to Laos Keep, which is the currency here. And so your money can definitely go a long way here in this country and most other places here in Southeast Asia. But that doesn't mean that you could just go out there and just throw money at people and live like a millionaire or billionaire, when in reality, you're not. And at the same time, that's really disrespectful in my opinion. And so that's kind of why I'm trying to learn what it is to be a local here, and try to also learn how to live within the budgets of what most local people here. And not only will it allow you to actually kind of see what it is to be like as a local, but for you personally, it's going to allow you to save a whole bunch of money. Because for me, realistically, just kind of seeing, at least for what I spend and the things that I do, I could definitely live a pretty comfortable life for around $1,000 a month. And I know you've probably seen a lot of videos talking about living in Southeast Asia for $1,000 a month. It's definitely possible if you don't try to live here like a tourist. If you try to live here like a local, you could definitely do it, because obviously locals here are typically making $200 to $300 or $200 to $500 within that range. And so I feel like your money can definitely go far. However, it really depends on the types of things that you actually need in your life, your lifestyle, and also the approach and mindset that you have. And so having US dollars or maybe European dollars is definitely a huge advantage, but you actually have to take advantage of it and not blow all your money away. And that could happen in any country, but even more so in countries where your money is worth a lot more. Okay, so how has all of these things, all of my experiences here in Laos changed my life? Well, it's numerous things, a lot of what I had already talked about a little bit earlier. And I don't think there's really one word that would describe it. But if I had to just list some things that really affected my life and continues to affect my life, is first and foremost is the whole money thing, okay? Now, money, as we all know, is important, but it's also how you're able to use your money. And whenever your money goes as far as it does, if you're from the United States, and also when you compare to the cost of living here and in most parts of Southeast Asia compared to the United States, it just gives you so many more options when it comes to how you want to live your life. And all of that is very important, because I think anybody knows that if you're constantly under stress, you don't have enough money, you really aren't able to enjoy your life. And money is a big reason why I'm able to do a lot of what I'm able to do here in Laos versus what I really can't do, or it would be very hard for me to do in the United States. So it gives me a lot of options and freedoms, which leads me to the other thing. Since I don't have money as the main stressor, the main thing that I have to like worry about all the time, it really allows me to first really spend my time thinking about other things beyond money. As weird as it sounds, whenever you don't have to think about money as much, you don't have to think about other things, and you can think about how else you want to live your life or spend your time and energy. And so all of that allows me to be more of myself. I know that sounds cliche, but it's true. Whenever you're able to focus more time on other things, specifically the things that you want to do in your life, you're able to be more of yourself. And I think that has also a lot to do with the culture here in Laos and most of Southeast Asia. You don't have to think about so many other things that you think about in the United States, you know, things that honestly I don't like spending a lot of time on, you know, things such as like politics, religion, all those other things, cultural aspects, economic factors. There's a lot of stuff that we have to think about, at least for me in the United States, that I really don't have to spend a lot of time here, which is great. And also the overall culture here, it is a lot safer. You know, I don't feel that I'm gonna be robbed, shot, you know, or run into a lot of criminal activities, especially big cities in the United States. I simply don't really think about it as much here, and in most parts of Southeast Asia. Not to say that there's not crime or anything, but it's just a lot less, okay, versus the United States. And then all of these things together, it has really led me to the one thing that I think is really valuable for me in my life, and that is family. Family is very, very important to me, no matter which country that I'm in. And being here in Laos, being able to get to know my family, get to know my roots, get to know my culture, it really has made me much, much happier, and feel like I have a much better connection with my family and who I am. And I absolutely love my family here, and at the same time I'm able to connect my family here with my family in the United States, and my cousins and stuff in the US, and my friends in the US, and those who are Laos as well. Most of my family and friends are Laos in America, so they're able to really look at Laos probably as another option, another place that they could come to visit, or maybe decide to stay here on a longer basis. And that is really, really an amazing, for me, life-changing experience. And I am so happy that I decided to make the trip to come back here to Laos, because it's done so much and continues to do so much for me. And I feel like if you do have an opportunity, whether it's here in Laos or maybe your mother country, go try it out. You know, make the plans and just do it. And then you'll be pleasantly surprised, hopefully, and how it might change your life in a very good way. So if you actually had any thoughts on this, be sure to leave it in the comments area below. And if you did want to see my travel adventures and journey, especially here in Laos, I will leave a playlist in the description area below or up here. And thank you so much for watching these videos, and we'll see you on another episode.